Hello and Minglaba, welcome to Myanmar Today. I'm Agajo with the latest news and reports from around Myanmar. Reporter Dora Swison covered a story on Hluttaw discussing getting $100 million loan from International Development Association. Reporter Williamson got a report on 8th meeting between UMFCCI and YPGCC, highlighting trade relations between Myanmar and Yangon province. Our interns Soyadana, Mimi Nota, and Kaintinsa Pomo have a story on the upcoming 8th Japan Expo, which is going to be held in Yangon. Dora Wimpieso prepared a report on Myanmar's participation in 2nd CIIE in Shanghai. Before we get to the reports, let's check on some local news. State Councillor receives Ambassador of the Republic of Croatia. Dawn San Suu Kyi, State Councillor and Union Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, received Mr. Kreso Klavak, Ambassador of the Republic of Croatia, who has completed his tour of duty in Myanmar at 10:30 a.m. on 6 November 2019 at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Naypyidaw. During the meeting, they cordially exchanged views on matters pertinent to promotion of bilateral relations and cooperation in the fields of economy, tourism, people-to-people contacts, and sports, particularly in football between Myanmar and Croatia. The People's Republic of China donates $0.4 million for NRPC. The People's Republic of China contributed $0.4 million for the National Reconciliation and Peace Center in Naypyidaw yesterday morning. At the NRPC, Union Minister for the State Councillor Office, Ujo Dinsui, in his capacity as the Vice Chairman of the center, received the donation presented by Mr. Sun Ko-shang, the Special Envoy for Asian Affairs of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or PRC, and the letter explained the reasons of donation and accepted the Certificate of Honor for the donation. Then NRPC Secretary and Deputy Minister Kim Mountain expressed thanks for the donation, which was also attended by the Directors General of the Ministry of State Councillor Office and Chinese officials. Hluttaw hears Agriculture Ministry's use of emergency funds. During the second-day meeting of the 2nd Hluttaw's 14th regular session yesterday, the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Irrigation explained their use of over 3 billion kyats from Union Emergency Fund, and MPs debated a proposed loan of $100 million from IDA for the Ministry of Education's project for inclusive quality education accessible for all citizens. Deputy Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Irrigation Hluttaw explained to the Assembly of his ministry's acquisition of 3 billion kyats from the Emergency Fund of the 2018 and 2019 fiscal year Union Budget Law. The Deputy Minister said a total of over 600,000 acres of crops across the nation were destroyed by heavy rains during the 2018 monsoon season. He said they have compensated 7 billion kyats for 380,000 acres of the destroyed farmlands as of 17 August 2018. He said that 3 billion kyats was needed to compensate the remaining 300,000 acres. The Deputy Minister said the matter has already been approved by the Union government and it is truly urgent to compensate the farmers for their lost crops. That's all with the local news, and we're moving on to our first report. Hluttaw discussed about getting $100 million loan from International Development Association of World Bank at its 14th regular session held on Wednesday. 15 Hluttaw representatives presented their perspectives and suggestions for getting loan for inclusive access and quality education program by the Ministry of Education. Dora Swison has more.
In second time Hluttaw 14th session held on Wednesday, the Hluttaw representatives continued the discussion about getting $100 million loan from International Development Association IDA of World Bank for inclusive access and quality education program by the Ministry of Education. There are total 47,472 basic schools all around the country, and the number of basic school students is over 9 million. Inclusive Access and Quality Education Program by the Ministry of Education will cover 18,476 schools of 115 townships of all states and regions, and will benefit for over 3 million students. The aim of the program is for the students of basic education to have inclusive access and quality education, as well as to create learning opportunities for the children who cannot access the school education. At Pidangsu Hluttaw, the Hluttaw representatives discussed the supporting point of view of getting loan from IDA by presenting the system and infrastructure needs.
In
this education program, 4 townships from our Chin state will be covered. So I totally support the process of getting loan from IDA. However, since it is the loan, it is important to have more efficient administration by observing more about the regional education needs. Because of the difficult transportation in Chin state, we are still encountering the needs of teachers and teaching aides. I want to suggest fulfilling these necessities as part of the program.
As part of the school developing program, all schools should have the projectors, computers, and other electronic devices as teaching aids. Moreover, science and sports items are also essential. As infrastructure, it is necessary to develop all types of buildings, such as the school buildings, the staff housing, and hygienic restrooms, to accelerate the changes.
Although it is difficult to see the benefits immediately, education is still the best investment with much profit. It is found that after this program, the society rate of return will be raised from 14.27% to 21.21%. Therefore, I want to propose to record the annual development of the teachers, students, and infrastructure during these 4 working years, so that the final result can be submitted to the Hluttaw after the program ends.
The program is the 4-year plan which will start from 2019-2020 fiscal year to 2022-2023 fiscal year, and the total cost will be $180 million. 70 million US dollars will be granted from Global Partnership for Education, and European Union (EU) will aid with 10 million US dollars. So for the rest, 100 million US dollars, it is being discussed to get a loan from IDA of World Bank. The government has raised the budget for education year after year, and for 2018-2019 fiscal year, 8.8% of union budget is used for education. That's all for now. This is DJ Henry Zin from MI Radio.
That's the report on Pidangsu Hluttaw discussing getting 100 million US dollar loan from International Development Association. Alright, we'll move on to weather forecast now. In Yangon, we can expect a morning shower, otherwise cloudy weather throughout the day. There will be patchy clouds with a couple of showers late at night. The temperature throughout the day will be in the high 20s, and there is 62% of chance of rain for the day with wind gusts at 20 kilometers per hour. In Naypyidaw, we can expect mostly cloudy weather with a thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon, and it will be cloudy with the thunderstorm in parts of the area late at night. The temperature throughout the day will be in the mid-20s as well, and there is about 40% chance of rain for the day with wind gusts at 9 kilometers per hour. In Mandalay, we can expect mostly sunny weather in the afternoon and throughout the day, with increasing clouds into the night. The temperature throughout the day will be in the mid-30s, and there is about 15% chance of rain for the day, with wind gusts at 13 kilometers per hour. Stay with us, we have another report coming up then. We'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates. We're back with the second report of the day. The regular meeting between UMFCCI and YPGCC for the 8th time was held on November 6th at UMFCCI. According to the report at the meeting, Yunnan Province is one of the main business partners for Myanmar in trading, as more than 43% of Myanmar-China trading comes from Yunnan Province. Willison has a story.
The meeting between UMFCCI and YPGCC has been held regularly since the framework agreement was signed between Myanmar and China on 1st of February 2007. The main aim of this regular meeting between the two nations is to enhance the business together and for the better collaboration in trading. The 8th meeting was held on 6th of November at UMFCCI in Yangon. According to the report at the meeting, this bilateral meeting between entrepreneurs from the two nations has brought fruitful results ever since the meeting was first held. Speaking at the meeting, Wu Yeme-ang, Vice Chairman of UMFCCI, said,
We, UMFCCI, have been working closely together with YPGCC for more than a decade with great friendship, and we also signed MOU already. As we work closely together, we see the improvement of trading for both nations as a result of the collaboration. China is one of the most important trading partners for Myanmar. Most of the trading occurs in Yunnan Province. Therefore, Myanmar received some of the investment projects from Yunnan Province in recent years. And as these investments are very much essential for our economy, it is also very much essential in strengthening bilateral relations. Due to some reasons in the northern part of Shan State, we see the decline of trading, but we are hoping that it will be only for a short time and the situation will be back to normal once again. We are also hoping that in the future, Myanmar and China will be connected by railway, and then Myanmar will be able to export agricultural products to China and will be able to export industrial products from China more effectively.
The diplomatic relation between the two nations, which began in 1950, will soon reach its 70th anniversary. With the forming of new government, both the governments have launched several projects for the development of the relation. The projects include improving trading and poverty alleviation. This 8th meeting mainly aims to enhance bilateral business partnerships, border trading, development in IT, digital economy sector, and improvement of quality products, as well as improvement in agricultural products trade. Mr. Wang Wei, the chairman of YPGCC, or Yunnan Province General Chamber of Commerce, also said that China and Myanmar are friendly neighbors linked by mountains and rivers. The traditional friendships between the people of two nations rooted from ancient times. Yunnan Province is the main province in China bordering with Myanmar. In 2018 alone, the total trade volume between Yunnan Province and Myanmar reached US $6.59 billion, and out of the total volume, Yunnan Province exported US $3.01 billion worth of goods and imported US $3.58 billion, accounting for 43.2% of China-Myanmar bilateral trade. By the end of 2018, 128 enterprises from Yunnan Province invested in Myanmar in contract of US $10.3 billion, and the actual investment of US $1.98 billion, mainly related to fields of hydropower station construction, agricultural cooperation, and business services. The two sides signed 635 contracts for foreign contracted projects with cumulative total economic cooperation zones The construction of industrial and trade parks and tourism has also been strengthened. Ugo Koli, Deputy Director General for the Department of Trade under the Ministry of Commerce, also said,
with the meeting of entrepreneurs from the two countries, I hope it will improve bilateral trading and other related works to bring larger platform for the business. I would also like to urge enterprises for both countries to work more closely. I also hope that this 8th meeting will result in bringing new methods in improving the trading and reduce the hassles. At the same time, hoping this meeting will also bring us good agreement between the two nations.
This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's the report on 8th meeting between UMFCCI and YPGCC, highlighting trade relation between Myanmar and Yangon province. And here we have the information on currency rates from Myanmar Central Bank. $1 is at 1,513 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 216 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,678 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,950 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,114 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 365 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 50 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,490, and silver is at $18, and Brent crude oil is at $56. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 11,500. MTSH is at 3,950. MCB is at 8,100. FBB is at 23,000. TMH is at 2,950. You're with MI Radio's Myanmar Today. You can log on to our website at miradio.com.mm and catch all the great programs live on the website. We are also running on FM 96.1 in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or simply download our app so you can listen to our radio programs on the go. Well, we have more reports for you, and we're not going to keep you waiting, so let's get down to it. In order to improve Japan-Myanmar trade missions and to exchange the cultures, 8th Japan Expo Yangon 2019 is going to be held in Yangon. It will be taking place from 15th to 17th November at Tamado Exhibition Hall. The expo is organized by Embassy of Japan, Japan External Trade Organization (JETRO), Japan Foundation, and together with the Directorate of Investment and Company Administration (DICA). Our intern reporters have more.
In order to improve the Japan-Myanmar trade missions and to share the cultures of each country, Japan Expo Yangon 2019 is going to be held for the 8th time in Yangon for 3 days. The expo will be taking place from 15 to 17 November in Tamado Hall. This exhibition is organized by Japanese Embassy, Japan External Trade Organization (JETRO), Japan Foundation, and together with Directorate of Investment and Company Administration (DICA). The organizer, Uzani Maumang, said to MI Radio,
From this expo, we can get money, customers, techniques, and market. Since Japan is one of the influence countries in global market, we can also approach to global market, clients, and customers with the help of Japan. And also it can facilitate for the export, raw material as well as finished goods. Nowadays in the market, we can see that there are fewer barriers in manufacturing and investment and export raw materials as well as finished materials.
As special programs, singing contests and cosplay character contests will be included, and the contestants can win up to 300,000 kyats for the first prize, 200,000 kyats for the second prize, 100,000 kyats for the third prize, and other 6 prizes. For entertainment activities, there will be performances of Japanese Thai idol unit CM Dream and Japanese traditional dress wearing sessions, Japanese candles and lucky draw programs. Councillor, Deputy Managing Director from JETRO, said,
There
are around 300-400 businessmen came to visit our JETRO office about the investment in Myanmar. They want to find out the business partner. There are a lot of Japan and its related businesses such as authorized Japanese brand, Japanese technological products, rubber materials and agriculture. If local businessmen collaborate with Japan, they will also have a lot of benefits for their business from exports. We, JETRO, also invite the Japan companies to collaborate with Myanmar and urge B2B. We hope that there will be a great change in Myanmar market by Japan investment.
Starting from 2013, Japanese investors came to have interest in Myanmar. The registration of Japanese businessmen in Japanese Chamber of Commerce Myanmar (JCCM) has increased up to 400 now. In Thilawa Special Economic Zone, there are altogether 100 industries and more than half of them are Japanese. Japanese investors have invested for $1.5 billion in 2017 and have increased up to $0.38 billion in 2018. He also continued.
In coming
February 2020, there will be another project in food and beverages infrastructure with Japan companies. Those companies mostly learn about Myanmar market condition from expos and then they do investments by surveying the market potential. In such way, they will be interested to do investments in Myanmar market effectively.
Japan Expo Yangon has exhibited for 7 years annually, starting from 2012, aiming for penetrating the global market with the help of Japanese companies. In this exhibition, there will be over 150 booths. More than 100 booths are jointly cooperated with Japanese companies. High-quality products, medicines, Japanese schools, Japanese mechanical products, foods and beverages, household wares, cosmetics, hotel and tourism associations, products for telecommunications and security will be displayed.
That's the report on 8th Japan Expo Yangon 2019, which is going to be held in Yangon. Well, here is the last report on Myanmar's participation in China International Import Expo. China International Import Expo kicked off Tuesday morning in Shanghai, and Myanmar Ministry of Commerce showcased some of Myanmar export products at Myanmar Pavilion at the expo. Our MI Radio reporter Thora joined the event and report details on the event. Let's take a look.
Hello everyone, this is your reporter Thora reporting you from MI Radio. The second edition of the China's International Import-Export CIIE is hosting in Shanghai from November 5th to 10th. The opening ceremony for the expo took place on the Tuesday morning and the Chinese President Xi Jinping gave the opening remark. So let's take a look at the ceremony. From more than 170 countries, regions and international organizations joined the expo in this year. Also, more than 3,000 business enterprises and 67 countries showcases their import products and culture exhibitions. In his opening remark, Chinese President Xi Jinping mentioned about 3 initiatives, which includes open and cooperative, open and innovative, and open and shared economy for the world. Also, he explained the 5 important measures that China has to take on to deepen reform and expand the opening up. As the Chinese President Xi Jinping expressed during the banquet for the expo, hosted on the Monday evening, this expo is designed to trade goods and services and exchange culture and ideas by welcoming the visitors from around the world. Since China ranks as one of the top foreign investors in Myanmar, and geographically connection between China and Myanmar empowers the rising economy in exports and import products between the two friendly countries. The two countries have trade cooperation in energy, infrastructure, and major cooperation projects such as oil and gas pipelines. And also the two countries have cooperation in BRI projects, which is one of the important measures that President Xi Jinping mentioned in the opening ceremony. At present, China has signed 197 cooperation documents with the 137 countries and 30 international organizations to build a Belt and Road cooperation document. In this year's expo, they categorized the exhibitions into trade in services, automobile equipment, science, tech, lifestyle, medical equipment, and healthcare products, and food and agriculture products. This year, Myanmar also exhibited the pavilion, which will showcase trade, investment, tourism, cultural performance, and tea culture of the country. Also, there are 5 Myanmar exhibitors on the list who will exhibit the food and agriculture products and also jade and jewelry products. Last year, China reached to 98 cooperation projects with relevant countries during the bilateral activities held during the expos. At present, 23 of them have been completed, 47 are being actively promoted, and 28 are also following up. Okay, so that's all about the report now. This is your reporter daughter reporting you from MI Radio, and see you again.
That's all the reports we have today. We're now going to look into some international news here on Myanmar Today. For the first international news, Iran's network of influence in Mideast growing. Iran is winning the strategic struggle for influence in the Middle East against its rival, Saudi Arabia, according to a study by the London-based International Institute for Strategic Studies IISS. Iran's regional rivals have spent billions of dollars on Western weaponry, much of it from the UK. Yet for a fraction of that cost, sanctions-bound Iran has been able to successfully embed itself across the region into a position of the strategic advantage. It has a major influence, verging on a controlling influence in some cases, over the affairs of Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen. And the second report is an Uber self-driving test vehicle that hit and killed a woman in 2018 had software problems, according to US safety investigators. Elaine Hasberg, 49, was hit by the car as she was crossing the road in Tempe, Arizona. The US National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, found the car failed to identify her properly as a pedestrian. The detailed findings raised a series of safety issues but did not determine the probable cause of the accident. The findings released on Tuesday may also be used to help shape recommendations for the developing autonomous driving industry. The sector has come under sharp scrutiny in the wake of the accident. The report also said there were 37 crashes of Uber vehicles in self-driving mode between September 2016 and March 2018. You're with MI Radio's Myanmar Today. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day. Goodbye now.